So we're heading up to New Haven, Indiana, which is in the northeastern part of the state. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. The sun is out. Just excited to see, how they're growing and developing, and also excited to see who we get to talk to. And here's to a good day. Hey y'all, it's Anna, your Make My Move community guide. New Haven sits just outside Fort Wayne, Indiana. And thanks to Mr. New Haven, there's a lot more going on here than you might think. Okay, Mr. New Haven is an unofficial title that I've given to Craig Dellinger. We met him at a ribbon cutting where he was stepping in for the mayor, so it doesn't feel like too much of a stretch. Craig owns a local print shop, but also spends a lot of his time advocating for new development like trails and housing. Oh, and this not-so-little print shop has clients all over the world.
My first job was for New Haven Print. It was also the Allen County Times, which was a weekly newspaper. So I got involved with city government and the city quite a bit because I was also their photographer. I just really grew to love New Haven. And when I got an opportunity to buy a house here when I was 21, I went for it and wouldn't consider living anyplace else.
We met Carrie Bratmuller at her home, which overlooks her husband's family farm. She's originally from Fort Wayne and didn't know a lot about New Haven before she met her now husband, a firefighter who grew up here.
For family, we have 10 or 11 parks. There's the River Greenway Trail. We've taken the kids on several walks and bike rides around town on that. So that's really the best part of living here, in all honesty. I get the small town living with big city within reach of everything.
That big city, Fort Wayne, is definitely within reach. This trail would take me all the way there. A lot of folks enjoy what the city has to offer, like Johnathan Decker, a college professor who works in Fort Wayne but lives in New Haven. He loves taking his dogs for walks in the local parks, and he just can't get enough of the community he's found here.
I'm originally from Africa, and I grew up knowing missionaries from this state, Indiana. I decided to pull out of my country to come to America. 2 weeks before we flew into America, I called a former missionary friends of mine who are still resident in Indianapolis to see if they can keep us for 2 weeks. Fast forward from that point, my mind kept inviting me to New Haven. I discovered that New Haven was very warm, welcoming, and the people just very, very cheerful. When I walk into the post office, it's like I'm walking to the welcome and embrace of friends. People are eager to wait on me. Now I call New Haven home.
We ended the day meeting Jenny Blackburn at her home, where she works remotely.
Rose Avenue is one of the ways that I used to go to work. So I would always see this house. And every time I drive by, I'd be like, I'm gonna live there someday. And everybody knew we were looking. My son is actually friends with the neighbor. So they were like, hey, our neighbors are talking about selling. They were like, why don't you come look at this? And we pulled up in the driveway and I'm like, no way. That is the house that I've always said that I want. And as soon as we got out of the car, I was like, I don't even care what they say, how much it is. I'm like, this is our house now. This is the cutest little town. And I mean, you don't think it could get better, but they've made it better.
There's a lot happening in New Haven, and they're a welcoming community that wants you to experience it alongside them.
Come to New Haven. We welcome you with open arms. We want you to be a part of this community.
New Haven is ready to embrace you just like you are.